San Francisco 49ers. It's North versus South in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. First and 10, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
Trotty. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
It certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Running on first down, Eckler.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw outside. McCaffrey's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's caught.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gould with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a...
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Garoppolo on first down.
And this one too low.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Twenty-one. 65. 13. 21. 11.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Herbert now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
11.
On first down, Garoppolo dancing to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
21.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he coughed it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident, because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Haskins' kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Eckler trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert's going to keep it on his sneak.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler.
Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. He's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The handoff, it's Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Williams, the man in motion left. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down. One, Omaha. Hey, away!
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the jump.
Take possession of the football.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, set.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw again on second down. Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They find some open field here.
He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee, so late gamesmanship here. They say throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little excited on the scoreboard, CD. Some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, Mark, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to...